Tea has long been an important part of many cultures. The British, Moroccans, Russians all have tea rituals, but perhaps the most elaborate of them all is the Japanese tea ceremony. As Amber Lee shows us, students at UCLA are benefiting from the practice, far from the land of the rising sun.
Chanoyu, or tea ceremony, is an art form with a series of choreographed movements that require years of study to master.
I even ended up spending 1 year in a traditional training program in Kyoto, Japan, at the world's only professional college of tea.
Michelle Lou Carragher is a professor at UCLA and has been studying the Japanese way of tea for 24 years. She understands the benefits of the practice firsthand.
Tea just became something that I really used to help me unwind and balance out the other difficult, complicated, stressful things in my life.
And so she was thrilled when Aldo Shorts reached out to start a club devoted to the study and practice of the Japanese tea ceremony on campus.
Long story short, it started with my Japanese stepmother. I'm not sure how long she's been practicing tea ceremony for, but one evening she invited me to join her.
After that, Aldo Shorts was hooked.
I found that it was a good way of relieving stress and kind of gaining some introspection and insight at this time in my life where transitioning from high school to college.
For Kaoru Kitabashi, the experience was a little different.
I first started tea when I was 10 years old. It was pretty rare, even in Japan. I was really drawn to that tea club because I heard that we can eat sweets. And it's very strict in Japanese elementary school that we are not even allowed to bring candies or anything.
But as she became more immersed in the practice, her reasons for practicing quickly changed.
And when I go into the tea room, I feel the time changes. It slows down, and I forget about all the things that I have and outside the world.
The tea ceremony is not about drinking tea, but about preparing the tea from the heart, all done in silence with respect.
You are learning, of course, how to make a delicious bowl of tea, but you're also learning about a whole other set of etiquettes and forms of sort of respect and aesthetic putting together of different artistic objects.
And while the intimate setting of the tea ceremony can seem rigid because of the movements performed in strict order, the goal is simply to achieve inner peace.
I find it very relaxing, and even though there's a lot of steps and it's very, systematic and procedural, a lot of it is with intention.
It seems members of the UTLA club agree.
Many students would come during finals week. Sometimes we'd even have more students during midterms and finals week than in the normal weeks, because I think there was this built-up desire to re-enter that state and connect with the people around them.
With, pings and tweets and retweets and notifications. I hope for the students, this is also a chance for them to sort of put that down for a little while and just have a little detox.
Kitabashi is happy. Part of her culture can provide respite for others and says in the end, it's just part of human nature.
And it doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, you want to have a nice cup of tea. I think they're universal. So I really want to welcome everyone to Japanese culture and have that instance and translate that into our everyday life.
Amber Lee, K-Count News.
It is such a beautiful tradition. My college had that course too, and it was a 3-year course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.